Hello everyone. Welcome to the latest video of our channel, The Football Geeks. Today's video is dedicated especially to our Barca fans and we'll be doing a talk show where Ferro Kule will give his thoughts on the current situation and the state of our beloved club. Joining us today is Daivam Nagecha. So here is a little bit of intro about Daivam. He states his love for football started in around 2011 as a Ricardo Kaká fan who was playing for Real Madrid. Surprisingly enough, he was introduced to the amazing world of this game, and over the years, he grew as an ardent FC Barcelona and a Messi worshipper. So he's a Barcelona fan, a Kool just like us, and he's a big Messi worshipper. So I feel that I was introduced into the football world into a very similar kind of way, starting off as a Cristiano Ronaldo fan and a Real Madrid supporter, which was obviously due to peer pressure from my friends. But when I started watching football with my own eyes, I realized that Barcelona, watching Barcelona play, watching Messi play, is more beautiful, is more exciting to watch. That is my opinion, rather than watching Real Madrid play. Devam also states, this game has been my constant motivation to become a better person and has encouraged me to play alongside few of the most amazing players in Ahmedabad. So, Devam bhai, I'll be asking you a few questions. I have
Yeah,
written down a few questions. I'll be reading them down that I feel most of the coolies might be having in their minds, and we can discuss on the same. So, does it sound good?
yeah, that sounds perfect.
So, we'll just start off with the questions. Uh,
Okay.
First question: FC Barcelona have had a total of 47 managers since their foundation, and Josep Maria Bartomeu is the second most successful president at the club with 12 trophies in 6 years, including the historic treble winning season we had in 2014-15. Yet, he'll go down as one of the most hated figures in the club's history. According to you, what made him so hated amongst the coolies?
If you think about it, around 4 or 5 years ago, he was a president who had a lot of public opinion about him, which they liked. They loved him because of the trophies which he got us. The thing is that in humans, it is like after a period of time, people start judging you by your bad qualities, even if you have the good ones. He has proved to be one of the very amazing presidents we've had. But at the same time, over the past 2 or 3 years, we can see that our team is actually having a lot of problems playing out on the field. And actually, it's a job of the manager and of the players to prove themselves on the pitch. But the job of the president is to provide us with a solid foundation with players and constant motivation. Bartomeu is obviously a very nice president. He was actually, but in the few years, it has come down to this that democratic opinions are being turned into dictatorship kind of opinions. We are not getting to see enough changes. The squad age is a very important factor when it comes to football. Most of our players right now they are at around 30, 32. You can see that our whole team is shaped around players who are almost on the verge of retirement. So yes, Bartomeu is a very he was a very good president, but in the recent years we can see that he's not been up to the mark. And in football, change is constant. So I believe that he should be replaced right now.
I do agree to that our squad's project, our club's project hasn't been so effective. It's not as strong as the other clubs like Liverpool or Bayern Munich, and we are so dependent on our old players that that has really costed us in recent years.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely agree to that. Okay, moving on. Do you think fans' expectations, this massive expectations, have put a massive toll on the players mentally? Do you think this pressure played a part in Barca's recent Champions League exit?
The first of all, I would like to say that the standard of our club is already so high that we expect a lot of trophies from our team every season. But somehow we managed to mess up when it comes to the knockout stages, as we can see, we have seen over the past 2 or 3 years in the Champions League. I believe that obviously that is going to create a lot of mental pressure on the players, but at the same time, they are good enough. And when it comes down to losing at such big stages, it is probably to be blamed on the manager and the mentality of the players as well. The mentality of the players is indirectly affected by the fans as well, but it should be taught to them how to sustain such like thoughts. Like, it is very important, and I believe that FC Barcelona is a team which is very strong at home. If you look at the stats over the past 2 or 3 years, when we have exited the Champions League, be it in the quarterfinal or the semis or the finals, we lost. Whenever we lost, it is probably away from home. At home, we are amazing, but when it goes away from home, the second leg, especially the second leg, when the second leg is away from home, we mess up. We mess up very bad, as we did in Roma and in Liverpool. So yeah, there it is, your answer.
So yeah, it is actually true. Manager plays a really big part in grooming the players mentally, and manager is the one that sets his mentality on the players. And players also need to have that fighting spirit, but that fighting spirit hasn't recently been seen in our exits, especially during the knockout stages. One goal and it's all pressure on the
Yeah.
players. So they haven't been really able to come back. The comeback mentality hasn't been seen since the 6-1 comeback we had against Paris Saint-Germain.
PSG. Yeah.
Barca have 10 players in their midfield, 10 players. And midfield is a place where you only play hardly three or max to max four at a time, but do not have enough fullbacks and developed wingers. So they have midfield, they have stocked up their midfield area, but they do not have enough wingers and enough fullbacks, enough pacey fullbacks or enough non injury prone wingers. Do you think our previous managers and the board seem to have misunderstood the idea of squad depth? Our managers, especially.
Squad depth is a field which comes down, a major part of it goes to the manager, but some part of it is also dependent on the president as well. You see, over the past few years, our midfield was talked about everywhere. When we won the treble, we had Iniesta, we had Busquets. These two were the pillars, and then there was Javi. Like, they were so amazing in the midfield. Right now, we have 10 players in our midfield, and they are no doubt they're amazing. But it is about how their chemistry sets together. I believe that the squad depth is a very important factor. At the same time, you need to think about the fullbacks. As you said, the right and left fullback we have right now. Semedo, he plays at the right back, but there are times when we have seen him go to the left back because Alba was injured. Right and left back are two very important positions when it comes to the game, because it helps indirectly the keeper. Conceding goals is a very, like you saw in the last Champions League match, when you could see that Semedo messed up a lot of times. Obviously, Bayern were an amazing team, but 3 or 4 goals, which I believe personally is because of Semedo. No doubt he's an amazing player. He has a lot of pace, but developing that player, it is the job of a manager and the team as well. You can get players from outside, you can loan them, you can buy them, but Barcelona has been a club who has been always appreciated for bringing up talent. You can see over the years, most of our academy players, Messi was an academy player, Busquets was an academy player, PK was an academy player. Over the years, the trend has come down to this, that we are not developing academy players anymore. Ricky Puig is one very amazing exception, which I'm very glad our club has. But at the same time, we need to work on that more. I believe that.
So I think La Masia players haven't really been promoted to the A team
Yeah.
since Luis Enrique became the manager. Before that, our managers did used to promote La Masia, but since Enrique came, he started buying players. He more of Barca became active on the transfer market rather than bringing
Yeah.
academy. So do you still think that the problem started way before, and it is the signs have been shown now at the grassroots level? The problem started.
Yes, obviously the problem started when Enrique was about to leave. When there was a time in that period when our club started becoming very febrile, you could say. Like, there were games where we only hold on to possession. We don't score goals. That is one very big problem of Barcelona. We just hold on to possession. The attacking mentality has been removed from the team since, like, from the past 3 or 4 years. As long as I have seen, Valverde was a very big question mark, according to me. Starting years he was okay, but throughout the years we have seen that the attacking mentality has been a very big problem. Like, it is, football is about scoring goals and it is about possession. Obviously, we have seen that our club is a possession based club.
Hello.
But at the same time, it is important to score goals, which is lacking in our case as of now.
At the right back, do you still think we miss Dani Alves?
I definitely think we miss Dani Alves. I even think that we miss Mascherano. They were two very amazing players. There was unspoken chemistry between all of them. There should be unspoken chemistry between the defenders, all of them, because those 4 or 5 people who stay at the back, they are everything which means to the team. Johan Cruyff once said that the goalkeeper is the first attacker and the attacker is the first defender. That is a very important mentality which I believe that every club should have, and we had that, but we are losing it now. Our defenders are messing up constantly, be it in possession or giving away goals. Every small detail, every small mistake you made will go a long way. So I believe that Dani Alves was a player who influenced the whole team. We have players who influence the team right now. There are obviously Arturo Vidal, who is going to go up in the transfer market. He is an amazing player. He can influence the team at any given point. He has so much passion for the game. All players have passion, no doubt. But Mascherano and Alves, they were two very amazing players, which I miss a lot.
I still think that Javier Mascherano has been one of the most underrated defenders in Barca history. People don't really regard him as a good defender, whereas only the ones who actually saw the matches know the importance of Mascherano and how we miss him right now. Okay, so moving on. So how has the departure of big players like Mascherano, Iniesta, Xavi, Puyol, and Neymar affected the club? We just recently had a talk about it, about how mentally these players were mentally strong with that never give up kind of an attitude. So definitely we miss this kind of mentality at the club. And also I think our manager has not been really able to instill that mentality in the new players, and this has affected the club very much, and we kind of seem to be weak. Okay, so moving on. Yes,
I think
please.
that Iniesta, Xavi were very amazing players, but there was a time in our club when they were given the first priority in all games, be it against the clubs who were recently promoted. They played against them as well. When there was a time, we could have played academy players to develop them more. So I would like to blame the managers for that. That we should give more playing time to such young players who can help us in the future. That is what I think. Like,
yes. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Messi has been literally the heart of FC Barcelona's success and gave it his all individually also in our recent failures. After the defeats to Liverpool and Bayern, do you think Messi should leave to save his legacy?
Personally, it is actually, if I think, if it's the question is that if he's going to leave, I think that he might leave because he's frustrated with the club, not just the president or the manager. He's frustrated with the club. Like, we have seen Messi dependence grow in Argentina's football team over the years. The same thing is starting to happen in Barcelona right now. It has actually happened over the past 2-3 years. Every ball which is played is always played to Messi. Messi is expected to lead every attack, and that should not be the case in a team. A team consists of 11 players, not one player. Messi is no doubt very amazing. He is the best player on the planet according to me right now, but one player cannot dribble against 11 players and score all the goals. He needs some support up front. Like we had in Suarez and Neymar when they were at their peak, the MSN trio, which was very amazing, which helped Messi score those 50-55 goals every season. That was a very amazing time for the club. But Messi right now, he's individually not struggling. He's in the peak form of his life. Not exactly the peak. He's below his peak, but he's a very amazing player right now. Even his bad seasons are considered to be in the top tier. He's that kind of a player. So I believe that it's time for him to move on, but I would hate for him to leave Barcelona because everything which I have seen in Barcelona is because of Messi. And I believe that we'll never find a player like him. There is no, like, for the next 50 years, I don't think there's a player who's going to be as good as Messi or Ronaldo. Footballing world has seen these two amazing players, and it's going to be a very sad day when they leave. So when he exits Barcelona, it's going to be a heartbreak. It's going to be a heartbreak.
And Barcelona is going to take a lot of time to recover from this heartbreak when Messi leaves.
Exactly.
I feel so. Okay, but yes, it is true. Here comes the manager's fault, and we can also see some kind of boards also have a fault in this, that they don't really have tactics that are Messi independent, and the team is always built around Messi. Messi has been considered as a center, which is he's been an aging player now, and he should be sidelined. As of Pep Guardiola also benched Ronaldinho and Yaya Toure at that time when he joined Barca in 2008. So changes need to be taken. It is a hard step, but personally, I feel that Messi should leave, and he doesn't deserve us actually right now.
Yeah.
So coming on to the aging squad of our players, Bartomeu in one of his recent interviews said that bringing in old players means you have more experience to the squad. That helps us with the pressure. Yet we saw Barca, a young Bayern, a young Liverpool, and a very confident Roma. They humbled Barca in the games. What are your thoughts on this?
I believe that Bayern was a very amazing team. Liverpool world class in that season particularly. Roma was a good squad, and I believe that Bartomeu said that a old squad will always help you relieve the pressure, but the pressure is relieved. But what about the pace? What about the attacking? Young players have fresh feet. They're able to run at speeds which probably our players at this age cannot. A 24-year-old will obviously run faster than a 32-year-old or 30-year-old. So age is a very important factor. Bartomeu definitely might have said that it might relieve pressure, but relieving pressure will not always help you win games. Relieving pressure is, according to me, it means keeping control of the possession. When you let go of the pressure, you have the ball more. But having the ball more does not make you score goals. What makes you score goals is the capability of the players and the attacking mentality as well as their speeds. We have seen our back four, not Semedo, not Alba. I'm talking about PK in particular. PK was an amazing defender, but you have seen that his pace has declined drastically over the years, which has cost us a lot of times. So I believe that age is a very important factor which comes into football, and because of age, a lot of players have retired, which who were not supposed to be retired. But new blood is very important for every team out there, not just Barcelona. New blood has to be introduced in every team.
Football is evolving. We can say it is moving more towards the attacking style of play. People want to watch attacking style of play, more goals they want to see. And yes, obviously the young players are better at attacking the ball and running behind the ball. So yes, the old legs cannot really keep up. We saw during the Bayern game how they were pressing so well, itna acha press kar rahe the that back four was literally unable to keep up with
Exactly.
the press. And Ronald Koeman became our new manager at Barca. And recently there have been reports that he told Luis Suarez, "You're not needed. Go find a new club." And is also not treating other senior players like Vidal, Rakitic, and Busquets really well as they should be. Do you think our senior players who have contributed so much to our club, do they deserve this treatment?
First of all, this news comes out from sources. It is not given to us directly by the managers or the presidents. So what happens behind those doors, how they are talking to each other, I don't know about that. But definitely these players deserve a lot of respect. But at the same time, you've heard that saying that you can be amazing, but sometimes if you stay on for too long, you start to become evil in the eyes of the, in our case, fans. We have seen that Suarez was an amazing form over like 4 or 5 years ago, but in the recent 2 or 3 years, for me particularly, I used to like him a lot actually. His attacking style of football, but in the past 2 or 3 years, he has just aged. Like his stamina and all has gone down a lot. No doubt, we are in no way capable to comment on such players who dedicate their whole lives to football. We are in, I'm no one to say what he does or how he does it. He's doing it wrong. But I believe that to play at such a good level, he needs a lot of stamina. His pace has also declined a lot. And over the past 2 or 3 years, I have seen him dive a lot, which has made me start to lose respect for him, because football is supposed to, you're not supposed to dive in football. This is not a swimming competition. Like, you have to stay strong, you have to stay up on your feet, you have to score goals. He used to do that, but now he's not doing that. Amazing, the senior players we had in our team. Iniesta was given an amazing farewell, which I loved. Busquets deserves the same. Rakitic is not so much of a senior player, but he deserves a lot of respect as well, according to me, because he was a great player in our midfield when he was needed. Messi is going to be a very big question mark in our team when he leaves, whenever he leaves. So every player should be treated respectively, despite of the fact he has or he might not have stayed in the team for long. Because every player, they have dedicated their whole life to this sport. So every player deserves equal respect. But in this particular case, Suarez needs to leave and he needs to understand that his time at Barcelona is over, and he needs to understand that his peak has been coming down. He is not performing up to the mark and he needs to leave now. At the same time, Busquets can stay in the team, but he cannot start all the matches as he used to. Leaving, actually, Arthur was a replacement for Busquets, but we sold Arthur. So that is a very big question mark on the presidency as well. Again, I don't know why they did that. That was absolutely unnecessary. Arthur was an amazing player in the midfield. The same Xavi and Iniesta mentality he had, but I don't know what they're doing right now.
Arthur was. I still remember when we signed him. He was termed as the next Xavi,
Next Xavi,
and
yes.
he was also given the number 8 by our club. And apparently, he is training with the Juventus team right now. And
Yeah,
we have in return we got a 30-year-old Pjanic.
Pjanic, yeah.
So this might be Bartomeu's mentality of pressure games, as what he
Yeah.
says. Okay, so yeah, we can say that you either die early as a hero or live long to see yourself become the villain at the club.
Yeah, exactly.
Suarez is going through that right now. He will be our greatest striker. He's the greatest number 9 in Barca history. But yes, he does deserve a proper farewell. All the players deserve a proper farewell before they
Exactly.
go. They leave the club. How do you think Ronald Koeman can fix this Barca team, both on and off the pitch also?
Ronald Koeman is originally from Netherlands. We had a very amazing player and a manager in our history, Johan Cruyff. He basically reshaped our whole club. Everything we have today is almost dedicated to him because of the way he taught us how to play, because of the mentality which he played. He said that if you get the ball, you should not have it at your feet for more than 30 seconds or even 4 seconds. You should just pass it, revolve the ball all around the field, take control of the possession, score more goals. I believe that Ronald Koeman has the same ideology. We have seen him do amazing in the Netherlands team. The Netherlands team is no doubt very amazing. It has a lot of young blood, and he can actually help us go ahead and win a lot of titles if we give him the chance. Obviously, in 1 year you don't get a treble. You need to give a every manager needs to be given at least 1 or 2 years before he can start to progress the team towards a lot of success, which Kike Setien was not given. But at the same time, he had not been performing the small games as well, which made the question mark and which led to his exit. So Ronald Koeman can help us on the field because of his mentality, because of his playing style, because of his strategies. Off the field, he can help us bring in new blood. He can help us bring in fresh legs. He can develop the academy players like Johan Cruyff did, like Tito Villanova did, like Pep Guardiola to a certain extent did. So yeah, he can prove to be one of the very amazing managers in our history, given the chance.
Given a chance, exactly. We should give more years to Ronald Koeman, our new manager. And we as fans, I feel that we shouldn't expect instant glory from our team,
Exactly.
change of the manager. So yeah, team needs to be given chance. There has to be change in the team, just like how Manu are going through right now. They weren't going through a great phase
Yeah.
2 to 3 seasons back, but now they are on the verge of the rise, and we can say that they can be a Premier League contender with new
Yeah.
players, and I dare I say referees help also in the recent games, I must say. So you just said that Johan Cruyff mentality, Ronald Koeman mentality, similar, and Ronald Koeman believes in possession attacking football. But do you? But I don't think our Bartomeu and our board they share the same mentality. So do you think a tough and a direct manager like Ronald Koeman will he be able to last long under this board?
There is a lot of pressure from the board when it comes to every manager. There is the pressure of winning trophies. There is the pressure of winning important games like the ones against Real Madrid for Espanyol. In fact, they are very important games, and performing in those games is what helps you go long. Ronald Koeman, he's definitely very strong, and he'll have a very important effect on our club. I believe so, given the chance. But if there is a lot of pressure from the president, you cannot do anything, because the president has the right to sack you in any situation. If even if you're winning a treble, the next day he could sack you. So I believe that keeping the president under control is something which is in our club. It is in the hands of our fans, because we have seen over the past 3 or 4 days there has been a lot of agitation when it comes to Bartomeu resigning or removing him as the president of our club. So I believe that as of now, Ronald Koeman should definitely be given a chance, and that's how I think it is.
Okay, so you think that sacking the president is in the fans' hands? Yes, I do feel it does help up. It does build up pressure into the president's mind and the board to resign, to help him resign. But we saw during the past 3 to 4 days that Messi, the whole sports world with a storm during the recent, in the past 2 to 3 days. Not only the footballing world, but also we saw clubs like NBA basketball teams and cricket teams also posting about Messi leaving, and even many meme pages also posting memes about Messi leaving Barca. He hasn't even spoken a single word of him leaving a Barca. It maybe it is a fax. Facts. He just sent a fax to the Barca office. But yeah, rumors are being spread that he might leave Barca. Do you think that this person can say that he's officially a bigger personality, a bigger figure than the club itself?
Technically, there is no person or a player who is bigger than the club itself. But this is Messi. This is the best player on the planet, and just the rumor of him leaving the club has shook the whole world. Like everyone out there, even there is a Kerala club I read. There's a Kerala club who is willing to sign him. Gokulam FC karke hai. They are willing to sign him. Like that is the impact he has on every sport. He is one of the most amazing sportsmen our world has ever seen. For ages to come, we might never see a player like him again. No doubt, I have a lot of friends of mine who are Ronaldo fans, and they come up to me saying that, see what Messi did in Argentina. He retired 2 or 3 times, came back. He'll do the same over here. He just wants to do it for fame. He just wants to do it for money. I personally don't think that Messi is doing this for fame or for money. I have read his autobiography. Like I've read his biography, which is written by one of his very close friends, and he has stated over there that he plays football for the fun of it. He does not play to earn money or to earn fame. He's a simple boy who grew up in Rosario, Argentina, and he's achieving his dreams. He wants to do what he loves the most, and I don't think he's going to do this for money, because he has already earned so much over the past 20 years or so that he is good enough to survive for the next 60, 70 years without doing anything. He has accumulated that much wealth, and he has 3 sons. He has a very amazing family. He has everything a person could actually want. Plus, he's the best player on the planet, the most wanted player in the game of football. Every club, if they have the chance to sign him, they'll definitely sign him. I can guarantee you that. Even Real Madrid, if they get a free offer on him, they will sign him, because he's that kind of a player. He can influence the team. He can lift the team to win trebles. He can lift the team to which win every trophy possible. That is the effect he has on the whole game. And regarding the sports world, sports is an emotion for a lot of people. So Messi has been an inspiration to me and to a lot of people out there. So I believe that he's not bigger than the club, but he is definitely one of the biggest sportsmen the sport has ever seen, or any sport has ever seen.
Messi is definitely the best player we have seen. According to me, he's above the levels of Maradona and Pele also. But
Exactly.
yes, it is there. But yes, no player is bigger than the club itself. And these rumors about Messi leaving Barcelona, I don't want it to happen. I don't think it will happen. But only time can tell that what will happen exactly.
Yeah,
So, but I really hope that our Barca team rises more fast, jaldi
exactly.
rise होगा, and they don't go to the ruins as quickly, because we as fans we expect so much from our club.
It gives us so much happiness just watching them. Over the past 2 or 3 years, last year especially, I have not missed a single game of Barcelona, because I just love the way they play. it gives me so much happiness when they rotate the field around the ball around the field. They score goals. Like there was a time when watching them play was so amazing. And the last 3 or 4 matches itself, after the quarantine got over, after the lockdown got lifted, the way they have been playing, it's abysmal. Like you don't have fun. There was a saying that we color football. We don't color football right now. We need some desperate changes.
Yes, yes, it is true. I really think that we had this 1 week after lockdown. We witnessed many games. It was a 2 months of almost jam-packed football. And Barca,
Exactly.
they had a week where they had 3 games against back-to-back against Sevilla, against Atletico, and I guess the third one was against Valencia or some weak team.
Yeah.
And had we won all three of these, La Liga title could have been ours, and could have been a total different story right now. But
That is where the squad age comes into being. Playing 3 games in a week is 90 minutes of football, which requires a lot of stamina. And with age, you cannot do that. So, age plays a very important role in every team, which I believe should be the priority of concern at this moment in our club.
aging legs must be replaced, yes, and Ronald Koeman has been actually going into that direction only of
Yeah.
replacing players by bringing new players. We have seen a lot of I think 17 players have been listed on the transfer list by
Yeah.
Ronald Koeman, and he wants to completely, uh, restart the squad. We can say pura from the build. ऐसे करना है. And La Masia also he might promote. We hope that he promotes La Masia
Yeah,
talent,
exactly. We hope.
because it is arguably the best academy, the best football academy in the world, I can say. So that brings us to the end of this talk show. Barca fans, Coolies, uh, thank you so much, Devam, for joining us today. It was really
Welcome.
great discussing with you, and we hope that we host more talk shows with other clubs fans also, and Barca fans, more Barca talk shows next time. So to all our viewers, please comment down in this video about how you feel about the current situation of our club. And thank you for joining us today, guys. This is the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And you can even turn on the notifications to not miss a single update. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video.